Welcome to the Jones Middle Summer Reading Program. There's a saying that it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But this saying doesn't really apply in the realistic fiction book Baseball Great by Tim Green. All 12-year-old Josh wants to do is play baseball, but when his father, a minor league pitcher, signs him up for a youth championship team, Josh finds himself embroiled in a situation with potentially illegal consequences. You see, his coach wants to win at all costs, even if that means giving his players illegal steroids. Will Josh follow what he knows is right, even if that means exposing his coach? What would you do if you could live one day over and over again, being able to anticipate every event that would eventually happen to you? Just think about it. You would know about that pop quiz in science class. Sounds like it would be cool, right? Well, it may not be as cool as it sounds. In 11 Birthdays by Wendy Mass, Amanda and Leo have been best friends ever since they were born in the hospital on the same day. They have celebrated every birthday together from their first to their 10th, but then they have a falling out and decide to have separate parties for their 11th birthday. Weird things begin to happen as they realize the day of their 11th birthday keeps repeating itself over and over again. How can they break the spell so that their lives and their friendship can get back to normal? If you like stories about mutants with superpowers like the movie The X-Men, you will love the science fiction book Michael Vey, The Prisoner of Cell 25 by Richard Paul Evans. To everyone at Meridian High School, 14-year-old Michael Vey is nothing special, just the kid who has Tourette's syndrome. But in truth, Michael is extremely special. He has electric powers. Michael thinks he is unique until he discovers that a cheerleader named Taylor has the same mysterious powers. With the help of Michael's friend Austin, the three of them set out to discover how Michael and Taylor ended up with their abilities, and their investigation soon brings them to the attention of a powerful group who wants to control the electric teens, and through them, control the entire world. No Summit Out of Sight is a nonfiction autobiography sure to keep you hanging on the edge of your seat. This book tells the true story of a 13-year-old American teenager, Jordan Romero, who became the youngest person to climb to the summit of Mount Everest. At 15, he became the youngest person to reach the summits of the tallest mountains on each of the 7 continents. In this energizing memoir for young readers, Jordan, now 17, recounts his experience, which started as a spark of an idea at the age of 9, and many years of training and hard work later turned into a dream come true. There's something different about Willa Chance, the 12-year-old main character in Counting by Sevens by Holly Sloan. You see, Willow loves horticulture and knows all the Latin names for the plants she grows. Willow is obsessed with medical conditions, even diagnosing the skin cancer growing on the back of her taxi cab driver. And Willow likes to count by sevens as a way of bringing order to her world. But then her world comes crashing down around her when her parents are tragically killed in a car accident. Fortunately, she is taken in by a Vietnamese family, and despite her own sad story, she is able to bring happiness to those around her. This is a book about resiliency, friendship, and transformation. What do you think of when you think of middle school? Do you think of lockers and changing classes and having PE every day? Do you worry about remembering your locker number and making new friends? In this humorous fiction book by Donna Gephardt, 11-year-old David deals with the typical problems associated with middle school. How to deal with an argument with his best friend and how to meet girls. David begins making top 6.5 lists for his talk time videos, which he posts on YouTube. And before you know it, his videos are going viral. Read this book to find out how David deals with his newfound fame. The Holocaust is one of the most intriguing topics to study in history. You can't help but be fascinated with the topic and at the same time be terrified of how evil the Nazis were. If you are a mature reader and would like to know more about the Holocaust, you should read Surviving Hitler by Andrea Warren. This nonfiction biography takes the viewpoint of a young boy named Jack Mendelbaum, who is separated from his family and sent to a concentration camp. Read this book to see how Jack survives the atrocious conditions in the camp. Do you like the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Do you remember how all the kids kept getting into trouble as they toured the factory with Mr. Wonka? Then you will love Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Gravenstein. The game is afoot. 12-year-old Kyle gets to stay overnight in the Newtown Library, designed by his hero, the famous game maker Luigi Lemoncello, along with other students, but finds that come morning he must work with friends to solve puzzles in order to escape. Can Kyle outsmart his rival, the bully Charles Chillington, and win the grand prize? Sorry, there are no Oompa Loompas in this book. Have you ever wished your pet could talk to you? Then you might enjoy reading The Familiars by Adam J. Epstein. This is book 1 in a series about 3 familiars, animal friends who help their wizard masters. Aldwin the cat, Skylar the bird, and Gilbert the frog set off on a journey to save their human wizard friends who have been kidnapped by an evil witch. Will they learn to control their own magical powers to save their friends and their kingdom? Sometimes it's just good to have an old-fashioned cry when reading a book, and the realistic fiction book, One for the Murphys by Linda Mullally Hunt, is worthy of at least 3 tissues. 12-year-old Carly has to grow up faster than most kids when she is placed in a foster home after suffering abuse from her stepfather. Except this foster home is not what she expected. Instead of being ignored and mistreated like she was in her own home, Carly meets Mrs. Murphy, who helps her become the daughter, the big sister, and the friend that she never thought she could be. She finds herself embraced by the Murphy family and learns what real love and security feel like. Can Carly find a way to put down her protective shield and learn to trust and love again? Do you ever get a craving for 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on a sesame seed bun? Well, you might think twice about what you are eating after reading Chew on This by Eric Schlosser and Charles Wilson. This book is a behind-the-scenes look at the fast food industry. The author talks about how fast food chains study children and teenage behavior so that their marketing schemes appeal to this age group with catchy commercials and entertaining toys. All students at Jones Middle are expected to participate in the summer reading program. Be sure to fill out the reading contract and return it to your homeroom teacher by the due date. All books on the summer reading list are available at the public library and at local bookstores such as Barnes & Noble and Books for Less. The books are also available through online booksellers such as Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and BarnesandNoble.com. Once you have read the book this summer, be sure to complete the written assignment. The directions for the written assignment will be sent home with your end-of-the-year report card. The directions will also be posted on the Jones homepage under the Students/Media Center tab. This assignment will be due to your language arts teacher for a grade once you return to Jones in August. When we return to school in August, we will have our summer reading celebration. This is a time when students meet in groups to talk about the book, what they liked and didn't like. They will meet with a teacher and other students who have read the same book. This is a great time to talk about what you like to read and have a special snack. Summertime is a great time to read and relax and enjoy a great book. After all, reading is something you can do just about anywhere at any time. Have a great summer, and we'll see you at Jones Middle in August.